Back in Allen Arena, where UNF comes from behind and knocks off the Bison 72-67. Jonathan Seaman alongside my son Benjamin, and across the way, head coach Lennie Acuff. Coach, this is a hard one, I know, to swallow when you have that 15-point lead, and UNF, who we knew all along can fight you right to the end hard, and they did that, and they come away with a last-minute win.
Yeah, congratulations to them. That was a heck of a comeback. It's a tough one for us for sure. There are a lot of different reasons. You know, we're up 15, at 15 with 10 to go, and we're really, really playing well. And at the end of the day, we could not stop them down the stretch. I think they had 43 with 9 minutes to go, and they ended up with 72. So they scored 29 points. They made 7 threes in the second half, and, you know, we made some defensive mistakes, and every time we made a mistake, they made us pay. So you really got to give them credit. You know, we just didn't have the ability to stymie the run with any stops.
Coach, there was a section there in the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game where they hit, I think it was 3 or 4 threes in a row, and their field goals were threes. We were coming down and maybe getting 1 or 2 free throws. Was that sort of the difference, the turning point in the game for you? What was it that accounted for the outscoring?
Well, you know, when you have the ability to make when you can shoot it like they can at all 5 spots, you know, today they made 13 threes, and 1, 2, 3, 7 different guys made a 3. It's a hard game. I mean, they really put a lot of pressure on you, and I thought we were, you know, we had everything right with about 10 minutes to go, and we just could not get it to the finish line. I've got to do a better job of getting us there. And I thought we tried to sub to keep guys fresh, and but we were just a step late on everything down the stretch. We went under a couple ball screens. You can't go under on 15. He's too good a player. And, you know, they made dribble up threes. I mean, they're good. I thought Burkhart made some big ones for him also, number 12.
You said it, Coach. That pressure's so hard because they're just going to keep shooting the threes because law of averages is just going to come around for them.
Yeah, and they're good at it. I mean, they've got good shooters taking threes, and they have a lot of size that they can shoot over the top. But, you know, at the end of the day, we had the game right. We're up 15, and we played really well for about 30 minutes, and we played about as poorly as we could play the last 10. And they went man-to-man, and we never really got in a rhythm. Like I say, we were trading threes for, you know, free throws or missed free throws, and they just, you know, they made every play. At the end of the day, they made every single play down the stretch.
Coach, one bright spot I thought that came from this weekend was Romeo Ferguson with a career high last night, and then another good afternoon here today. Just talk a little bit about his play, if you will.
He's a really good player. You know, I don't know how much he scored down the stretch. When they went man-to-man, we had a hard time getting him the ball in a good spot. But he's a really good player, and he's been a great asset to us, and we're really glad he's on our team. But, yep, we just got to keep growing. You know, this one stings. It'll be a long 6 days.
Yeah, this one's going to hurt, Coach. But when you look at this and you play these two teams like this and every weekend back-to-back, what are you learning through the ASUN moving you to the next weekend?
Well, I think it's a long 80 minutes. That's the first thing. You know, we saw that tonight. It's a long, long, long 80 minutes. The other thing is you look up and down our league, y'all, there's not 10 points difference. Well, I think it's probably less than that, probably 6-point difference in 1 through 9 in our league. That was what was so big about today. We had the chance to get a little separation. You know, that would have got us to 5-1. It had been 8 out of 9 and for our team. And but, you know, we can't let 10 minutes define our season. We just got to go back to work, and that's what we'll do.
Yeah, you got to put this one to bed as quick as you can. Get ready for Florida Gulf Coast University coming in next weekend. At least that's the plan right now.
Correct. Yep. Everything's pretty fluid, but you know, it's sometimes, you know, just you have some tough luck, and today we just weren't able to get it to the finish line.
All right, Coach. Keep your head up.
Keep
this team going. Coach Lennie Acuff with us here, Benjamin. It was just a tough loss for the Bisons, and I'm like, Coach, you have that lead. You hate to see it slip away the way it did. And you look at the stats. You know, shooting percentages were pretty even, but we knew that the thing coming in would be 3-point shooting. They end up shooting over their average. They hit 13 of 34 and 6 of 18 for the Bisons. Rebounding about dead even. Turnovers, a couple more for Lipscomb, and second half, more turnovers by Lipscomb, more points for UNF. Yesterday, it was 24-29 free throws that helped the Bisons today. Get it 13 of 19, and that hurt them in this ballgame.
Yeah, I think that there was a concerted effort by North Florida not to put Lipscomb at the line as much tonight. And when they did put Lipscomb at the line, it was Asana Sajala who was oftentimes just getting 1 of 2 of his attempts. And then, going back to the three-pointers for North Florida, it wasn't necessarily the amount of threes that they hit, which they did hit a lot, 13. That's a high clip. But it was when they hit them. They got really hot in the last 4 minutes of this game. There was one section where they had 3 in a row. That's tough to defend and tough to deal with. And Lipscomb just came up short tonight. They hit them at the right time.
From the Targeting Harwell listing of the game, let's take a look now at the upcoming schedule for Lipscomb. Next weekend, if things stand as scheduled, it'll be Florida Gulf Coast University coming in for a weekend series, and then the Bisons will be on the road down at DeLand the following weekend to take on Stetson before coming back home to take on Kennesaw State. Of course, you can keep up with everything concerning Bison basketball at lipscombsports.com.